Welcome back to Gardening with Calyx and to our Flower Show Excellence series. I am Thelma. Now, if you have ever entered a plant in a flower show competition or you've served on a flower show judging committee, you'll know that there is one mistake that could likely cause a lot of confusion, quarrels, disagreements, and even disqualification. And that mistake could very well be incorrect plant identification. So we're tackling that subject today, so please keep watching. In a flower show, plant classification is not an academic exercise. It is very practical. Correct classification ensures that plants are placed in the right category. It also prevents unfair competition, maintains the credibility of the show, and very important, it protects exhibitors from disqualification. Imagine placing a hybrid anthurium in the wrong class because it was only labeled as anthurium red. That creates confusion for judges and frustrations for exhibitors. Proper naming protects everyone. How do we identify plants correctly? Every plant has a family, a genus, a species, and variety or cultivar. For flower show purposes, you mainly need to understand the genus and the species. The International System of Naming Plants assigns 2 names for each plant. The first name represents the genus and the second name the species. For example, hibiscus, its botanical name, 2 parts as we mentioned. The first part is the genus, which is hibiscus, and the second part of the name is the species, which is Rosa sinensis. Another example, anthurium. The genus is Anthurium and the species name is Andrianum. So as you can see, the first letter in the first name of plants, which represents the genus, is always written with a capital letter. The second name, which is the species, is written in lowercase, and to be very proper, the botanical name is usually in italics. Now, this 2-name system avoids confusion caused by common names, and that is because it's an internationally accepted and recognized system. How do we identify plants correctly? We have to look at several characteristics. Let's start with the leaves. Examine the leaves carefully. Look at its shape. Is it oval, lance-shaped, heart-shaped? There are several other shapes in between. Look at the edge of the leaves. Is it smooth, serrated, or lobed? Also, as part of the leaf characteristics is the arrangement of the leaves on the stem. 2 common arrangements are opposite, like this one, and alternate. The flower structure includes things like the number of petals, the shape of the bloom, the presence of spadix, like in anthuriums, the color patterns, and many more. Growth habit, this varies even within the same species. Is the growth habit upright, climbing, or trailing? Does it have a bushy appearance, or some unique, such as this rosette you see here? When you begin observing these traits carefully, plant identification becomes much easier. Here, let me give you an example. I took a few cuttings a while ago from the garden, 2 types of dracaenas, and they're very familiar to most gardeners. Dracaena marginata has these nice fine leaves with a brown edge. Notice I'm already starting to describe the leaves. Nice green color. The one next to me a variegated Dracaena. It has very noticeable, very distinct white streaks throughout the leaves. So you can tell them apart very quickly. Now, is that sufficient? Maybe yes, maybe no. But as I was saying before, look at more than just the leaves when you're trying to identify a plant. In the case of Dracaenas, the leaves, the lower leaves are wrapped around the stem. And they are in an alternating pattern, but tightly wrapped around. So you need to look for the stem characteristics. And an older stem where the leaves have naturally fallen off, leave this telltale, very nice pattern on the stem. That's one of the identification features for Dracaena. So even though the leaves are different in this case, if you're not familiar, you look to see if there are other characteristics, such as the pattern on the stem. Let me show you this plant. Now, of course, it resembles our old friend, variegated Dracaena. I'll give you a second to confirm whether it's a Dracaena or something else. Leave in the comment if you knew the answer. All right, so variegation. This is an actual real-life example I saw in a flower show where this plant was labeled as variegated Dracaena. What are we looking for? As I mentioned, we're looking for the telltale wrapped leaves around the stem. That's not here, missing. And once you have such a noticeable difference, you kind of need to look further as to what this is. And for those of you who guessed, it's a variegated crinum lily. Further into the soil, and I could take it apart. I am going to go below the soil level. Those are features you also look at, what's happening on the soil. If you have a specimen, you can indeed examine the roots. That will assist you. I'll plant it immediately after, and it should not be too much of a shock. This small crinum is in the same family as Amaryllis. They're related. This is a small bulb at the bottom. And what we see here and think it's the stem, that's the elongated neck of the plant. So the bulb is here, and as it grows, its neck just keeps elongated and begin to resemble a stem. So look carefully. That's the message, not just the leaves, but other features, other characteristics of the particular plant. Here's a crinum plant about 2 years old. You see it's quite sturdy. It's producing pups already. And the purple variety is planted in a very bad location, so it's under stress, but it too is producing suckers. In closing, let me say that when we judge correctly, we protect the show, we protect the exhibitors, and we protect the officials. Now that we've come to the end of this video, I want you to tell me if you appreciated the content, and if you did, please share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll be here next week with the 4th video in the series, in which we go through some hands-on exercises which will demonstrate whether or not you are classifying your plants correctly. So please stay tuned until next week.